If you got it, you got it. You flaunt it.
What's your name?
Wendy Williams.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you're here are about to witness, the greatest queen of all time. Okay, party people in the house. Turn it up, yo. Turn it up. This is it. Allow me to reintroduce this queen. Representing from west to east. Just better get it right. Y'all know the name. Wendy Williams. Been in this game for a while. I hate to brag, but
Ain't nobody
it is phenomenal.
like the queen.
Right here.
Who the world is this? With so much drama.
From yo block to yo block.
Heard of the number one
Female been doing this for years.
every barbershop, beauty salon.
Who the world is this? With so much
Again and again, Wendy Williams, bringing your name up. A lot of you haters scared to death.
She at it again.
Wendy Williams,
She in it to win.
Wendy Williams,
She back and she staying.
Wendy Williams.
The ain't playing. I like to present you the Gangsters of the Year Award.
Once again.
Introducing the queen.
Hey, everybody. Hey. How you doing? Welcome to the Wendy Williams Experience. Oh, it's Friday. I'm so glad to be here with you all. Oh, so glad the weekend is straight ahead of us, right? Okay, so today we do what we do every day. Sit here and luxuriate in each other's company, talking about the celebrities and what they're up to and clothes and each other. Well, you know, it is what it is. And I'm glad that you're here to enjoy. Welcome, everybody, to the Wendy Williams Experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and distinction that I introduce to you the queen of all media, Wendy Williams.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? I'm reading this article on massage parlors. No, places where you really go. Do you get a massage? I try to go like once a month. I like to get the hot stone massage where you lay on the hot stones. They align them right down your spine and then you lay on them and oh boy, it just feels so good. I don't have back problems, but they just feel so good. And then, the deep tissue massage all in the same thing. And then I like to lay in the same room for reflexology. I don't like to get up, from room to room when I have my massages. I like to lay and then just get one person who knows how to do everything. And I go to a day spa to get done. Either Elizabeth Arden Red Door or I'll go to the Mandarin Oriental. They have a nice day spa situation set up. But that's it. I'm not into like going to the Chinese massage parlors and all that stuff where I know that you can get a really good one. I remember years ago I went to a Chinese massage parlor. There's this place here in New York where I'm based. And actually there are more than a few of these places, but there's this one particular one that I went to. It was like maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. Like this is when I was absolutely single and absolutely free, and a clock meant nothing for me outside of reporting to do my 4-hour radio shift. You know what I mean? So I'd get off the air 10 o'clock at night and party and whatnot. And 2 o'clock in the morning, who did I have to answer to? Nobody. So I'm going to get a massage. And so I went to this place, and there's probably seedy stuff going on, but everything was on the up and up with mine. And I remember it was 2 Chinese girls who worked on me. And when it came to me turning over on my back, they had these handlebars on the ceiling and actually these poles by which the girls can hold on to. And she walked my back. And I got to tell you something. It felt fantastic. Oh, it felt just absolutely, because I'm a big girl and I'm a thick girl. And you just can't, the little tiny fingers on my skin, they feel like needles. I mean, what am I going to do with that? You got to, I love to have my a fist put, and then you turn your fist around and really screw into, the spinal cord and the shoulder blades and stuff. So having somebody actually walk on my back, like Mr. Bentley used to do to Mr. Jefferson, was like ideal. But this article that I'm reading is talking about massage parlors with the happy endings, and which, they're saying in the article, they're hardly a myth. You'll have to do a little hunting to find, the spot that's right for you, and then they give a website. And I'll hand it off to you. eroticmassage.blogs.com. I guess once you blog something, it goes, they fan out and bring you what you need. Is that what blog is on the internet? I don't know. Or utopiaguide.com. The Wendy Williams poll question or the WendyWilliamsExperience.com poll question has been stuck on stupid for a moment here. And I can tell you the reason why is because Art was on hiatus from the show for a brief period. And, he's back. And, he's the one who normally handles. Like, I do the poll question. Unless, somebody from the show team suggests, a good poll question. I like yes-no questions. And so you'll notice that I haven't been talking about the poll question because, Art wasn't around to put a new one up. And I had other things going on and so on and so forth. But we're going to put a new poll question up. This is where I need Art. Where is he? Is Art around? I need him to take this paper and type this story into the website. Okay, so in Los Angeles, California, there's this woman named Shannon Castillo, and they say she's not laughing about her April Fool's Day joke. Well, she's suing a radio station out there because the radio station was doing a contest, and the grand prize winner would walk away with a Hummer, the truck. And instead of going to the radio station and signing off and picking up keys to the Hummer, because she was the grand prize winner, she signed off and picked up a remote control to her toy Hummer. And it was an April Fool's gag, and I guess, the radio DJs, they laughed about it, and the radio station, and she didn't find it funny at all. As a matter of fact, Shannon Castillo, the woman in question, says that she was humiliated by the experience, so she hired a lawyer. Her lawyer's name is Scott Perlman, and her lawyer is saying that the radio station violated California law and FCC regulation by misrepresenting the prize that they were offering. And so the amount in question that she's suing for is $60,000, about the amount that a Hummer costs. Of course, after the attorney takes all his fees and stuff like that, she'll be lucky if she can pick up a used lemon at Joe's car lot. You know how attorneys can be. So my question to you is, because I think that she's going too far to sue. I mean, it was a joke. It was April Fool's. No harm, no foul. They didn't take anything from her. Please, humiliation. Who are you humiliated to? We live in such a litigious society. I just feel as though, there needs to be some... just these frivolous lawsuits are wasting a lot of people's time. The legal system and our time.
Our money.
And our money. But you raised your hand yesterday when I was telling this story originally, saying that you'd sue.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah. So you're part of the problem. So what I want to know is, would you sue? Yes or no? Now I'm going to hand this story over to Art, give it about 10 minutes for him to type it up and get it on the website. And you can read the story over again, and then there'll be a, check yes, check no, or whatever. And we'll give you the results on Monday because the Wendy Williams Experience People Poll question is back in effect.
Yes.
And here's the other web poll question. This is like really crazy. There's this website. Oh, I forgot what it was called. Femaleline.com or something like that. Anyway.
Females first.
Females first. That's it. Females first. On the website, they're talking about how, Usher has his charity now, and a branch off from his charity is that he's opened this camp for young kids who want to go into entertainment or sports. And I believe, anyway, or sports. And I think that's great, blah, blah, blah. But then, on the same website, they're giving away $1,000 cash for you to vote whether Usher, they ask, is Usher gay? Look, and then they have a picture of Usher with his pants dropped down and around his ankles and a pair of boxer shorts. They say, vote and enter to win $1,000 cash. Is Usher gay? Now, we don't have anything for you to win. What a crazy... I mean, I know what we do on this show. I know what we do. But to put that as a poll question? So I said, well, why not? Put that up on our website. Is Usher gay?
Oh.
Is that where the poll questions have gone? Don't worry, celebrities. We're not going to continue in this vein. But, Female First got it up and... Whatever. All right, put that question up there too, Art.
Okay.
That's to celebrate the return of the people poll question on the WendyWilliamsExperience.com. To celebrate the return, we're giving you not one question, but two to ponder. Oh, and Advice Hour is coming up next hour, and I've got a few snafus in front of me already. There is a promising radio personality named Melissa, and she's applying for an on-air position, she says, at a major radio station in New York City. And she wants my advice. So I'll address that during Advice Hour. Why not? Watch it be this very job right here that I'm doing. Watch it be my job. She's snaking me by asking me. But that's just the kind of girl I am. She's in her early 20s and she needs help. I've laid the blueprint, so why not help? You understand what I'm saying? I'm not a crab ass. Oh, no, you put this Renegade Fox. Not the Renegade Fox with Prodigy from M.O.P. From Mobb Deep.
You ain't know this was in there?
No, hell no. On the Marley Marl beat from the Wendy Williams Brings the Heat compilation CD. Turn this up. Oh, Marley Marl on the beat. Renegade on the vocals. Prodigy.
Yeah.
Mobb Deep. Those two collabo something nasty like on a track on my CD. This is me and Trev Hollywoods. This is one of our favorite songs on it. And I apologize in advance because it's disrespectful. Turn it back up. They're like this. Girls want to be treated rough. Give them Henny and Bud. Yeah! Right? Yeah, they want the thug love. Give it to them. Henny and Bud. You know what I'm saying? I'm embarrassed that I love this song so much. But the way they put it down, and then Marley Marl still got that golden touch on the beat. Legendary. Yeah, that song is on my compilation CD. Wendy Williams Brings the Heat, Volume 1 in stores. Now I'm hosting an album release party tonight in South Carolina. Shout out to everybody in South Carolina. Doors open up tonight at 10 o'clock. Don't forget, I'll see you somewhere around midnight at Club V12 on Lady Street. Keep it here, everybody. More show to go. Thanks.
Wendy, man.
My boyfriend and I have been dating for about 4 months now, and first time we had sex, he could not get it up at all.
Maybe it's drinking. Is he a drug user? Does he take any depressants or anything?
No, nothing.
Maybe it's...
How you doing? The Wendy Williams Experience.
Brothers and sisters!
Taking it back, baby. Taking it back.
Get it back.
Old school short shot.
Yes! The rhythm, the rebel. 2, 3, play.
A little play from back in the day.
And me, it's Wendy, man.
Wendy Williams.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Experience.
Wendy's got the heat. Wendy's got the heat. The heat.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
I feel bad. I was cracking the whip on Zoe, and she was here till 4 o'clock in the morning.
She was? What was she doing here until 4 o'clock in the
was helping
morning?
with
Waiting
the-
for Steve Harvey? Who was she here with? She's an intern.
Taryn. Her and Taryn was here kind of late.
On that big, soft couch in our office. Oh.
I'm fine.
Thank you, Zoe. Did you have the radio on in that other room?
No. Were you guys talking about me?
But of course. We're talking about how you... Wait, hold on. Here comes Taryn.
Y'all talking about her too?
What were you girls doing here until 4 o'clock in the morning together? Hit the proper button. on that soft, luxurious couch.
You got some dudes in the office, you know.
Well, no, you didn't, because Zoe is a virgin. But I know as a virgin, technically speaking, being that you can't penetrate Taryn, she could still, you know what I'm saying? How you doing, girls? All right.
We were on a party.
That you were working it out, right, Trav?
Working for the
All
party.
right. I bet you were working and partying. All that brown juice and liquor at the bar in the office. Mm-hmm. All right. No, girls, I appreciate your hard work. I appreciate you all being able to be a part of the jokes here on the show as well. You're not offended, are you?
No.
All right. How you doing? All right. You say it, Zoe.
How you doing?
All right. And Terry, you say it. All right. There they go. Back to the office together.
Got him. This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
Alrighty, everybody. Thank you so much for turning us on today. A shout out to Yvonne Clark and Donna Best, and a speedy recovery to their friend Trinity. All three of those girls call themselves the Boston Divas. And shout out to everybody listening in Boston. A shout out to that Philly kid. Philly Kid says, I saw Faith last night at the Trocadero in Philly. Wow, she put it down. No bells, no whistles, just the voice of the First Lady. She had mad energy, and damn, she looked so good. Her leg game is vicious. Her show tonight in Brick City Newark Symphony Hall is going to be the bomb, too. I know she's going to kill it again. I've been a fan of Faith since 1995, and I never knew she performed that well. Damn. And my girl is finally a sex symbol. P.S. Your CD is crazy. The MOP joint is like, whoa. And like, whoa. Oh. Shout out to MOP. Thank you, Philly Kid. Also, shout out to Rachel. Rachel wants me to shout out to her coworkers at the Baylor Healthcare System in Texas. That's where they're working hard for the money. They're in Dallas. And also, Rachel wants me to shout out to her friend Ebony. And she wants to know when the next Dons and Divas extravaganza is.
Yeah.
Well, everything calmed down. Probably something like around the holidays, maybe. I mean, I would say during the summer, but it takes a moment to put those parties together. So I don't know what Question Mark Entertainment is doing pertaining to that. Shout out to Teresa in Yonkers. She's listening, and her sister Brandy, and also her friends Sheena, ZZ, Lamisha, and Charlene. Thanks for turning us on, ladies. Don't forget the big fight going on tomorrow night. Bernard Hopkins and Jermaine Taylor. I'll be at the fight, and then shout out to everybody out in Vegas. Shout out to everybody who's going out there. I'll see you at the Aladdin tomorrow night around midnight. When the fight is over, that's when the party begins over at the Aladdin. The fight is at the MGM. And then the party's over at the Aladdin. I'm wearing an evening gown ensemble, and I'm bringing my little teasing comb and lots of hairspray. Oh. If you know what I'm saying. And I think you do. Advice hour is coming up next hour. And I've got a fax from a woman who's been dating this guy for approximately 5 months. And she says she's happy, and he has a very good job, and they get along wonderfully. The issue is his relationship with his child. And the drama unfolds next hour for Advice Hour. Here are the results of yesterday's People Bowl question that Art snuck by me and just threw it up there on the website just to get things popping. You can't vote on this because you already went there and did. Is Bobby Brown, being Bobby Brown, a hit TV show? If he would have run this past me, I would have said, no, Art, this is like a no-brainer. Don't do that one. But he did, and okay, fine. 82% of the visitors to the Wendy Williams Experience website said yes, and 18% said no. That being Bobby Brown show last night was crazy. Shout out to Paulina, who's weighing in already. Wendy. She's the 3 Wendy she starts. All I can say is that I had no intention of watching that damn show. I was going to watch the A&E channel, but tried to get past the Bravo channel, and I couldn't. On my TV, there was Bobby Brown, Whitney, and Bobby Chris. At first, I was embarrassed, but then it was like the smoke from a crack pipe coming through my television set, filling my head, making me an addict. I gasped, I laughed, and I rolled around on my bed in wild laughter. My husband and my kids came to check on me to see if I was okay. That's when everybody became speechless. Then they sat on the bed and watched in amazement at how these people conducted their lives. I cannot wait for next Thursday's episode. I cannot wait for the release of the DVD. I cannot wait until the second season. I'm addicted to being Bobby Brown. P.S. Did you notice that they talk about bodily functions at every meal? I cannot wait for next season or the next episode. I had an experience similar to Paulina last night. My brother came over, Tommy. He teaches the kids in Newark Public School System all day. He comes into the house. My parents, are up from Miami, as their prelude to leaving for Martha's Vineyard. Hi, Mommy. Hi, Daddy. And so my brother came over with Shawshank Redemption on DVD. And that was what he and my father were going to watch. I called him upstairs, to the bedroom for a moment for him to look at something or another. I forgot what it was. He's watching the TV because Being Bobby Brown was on TV. And it wasn't to come up and look at Bobby Brown. It was like something that I didn't feel like discussing in front of Old Crow Entertainment, a.k.a. my parents. So Tommy, come here. So he comes upstairs. He looks at the TV. Then you know how you look at the TV and then he sat down on the couch in our room. Next thing you know, he's there for the double episode. He's watched back-to-back episodes of Being Bobby Brown. He goes back downstairs. The old man sleeping on the couch, his mouth open. Shawshank Redemption is over. The mission of him coming over was to watch with my father.
And bond with Dad.
What that ended up happening is he bonded with the crack smoke wafting through the TV set, turning him out also. Exactly, Paulina, I co-sign. That camping trip was crazy. Was that a new episode, by the way? Because why do I feel like that was a new episode? Oh, I loved it. And then the uncle was farting in the father and the boy farting in there and stuff. But somewhere during that camping trip, didn't you get the genuine Bobby, like no drugs, just, a genuine, you kind of wanted to feel for him. All the drama, all the fingers pointing to him about, being this and being that. Yeah. I love when he and Whitney just break out and start doing the hucklebuck, though. The roof! The roof is on fire. You missed it. They were grilling the food and oh my gosh, just crazy. But it is what it is. And I love it. Dear Wendy, shout out to Erin Blue. Erin Blue is asking, Dear Wendy, what's up with Dwayne Martin? What did he mean when he said he's a single parent at the BET Awards? Didn't I ever talk about this whisper to you all? It's a little bit more than a whisper now. I believe Dwayne Martin and Tisha Campbell are divorced.
No!
Or separated.
Oh. Everybody getting divorced this time of year. All these people. Damn.
Well, I don't know any more to the story. As a matter of fact, Elisa, at the very least, can you get in contact with this publicist and find out what is going on? Elisa books the celebrity talent here on the show. And, she's real good at that. She's got all these different relationships with all these publicists. Elisa! Oh, there she is on the phone. Right. Quickly, before the break has to end.
Studio.
Divorced? Separated?
Huh?
Still married and very happy?
All right.
Because he did make that comment.
She gonna hook it up.
Oh, thank you. Ooh. I mean, I would ask you, Elisa, to get him on the show, but based on my comments with he and Will Smith, I don't see him wanting to come in here. But maybe so. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Good old boy from Brownsville, turned out by Hollywood.
Yeah. Ain't no more Brownsville on that.
No, hell no.
Shout out to Lisa Payne and the sweaty nipples.
Oh, don't say that. Hey, Advice Hour's coming up next. I'll take you on the phone at 866-GET-WENDY. So, Whitney, is there drug use at this present time?
Who are you talking to?
To you, Whitney. You.
No, you're not talking to me. I'm a mother. Only my mother has privy to that information. You talk to your child about that. Don't ask me no questions like I'm a child. Don't ask me like I'm a child, because I'm not a child, Wendy.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Everybody needs some.
Should I leave? Like, is that selfish to my son?
Come get some.
Let me tell you, Wendy, it's really a trouble with a dude.
Advice Hour.
I'm having a problem with my fiance and his family.
I was in a relationship with this girl for like 18 months. She told me the relationship meant nothing.
Always drama.
Call Wendy right now. 1-866-GET-WENDY. Fax Wendy at 866-WENDY-FAX.
Wendy, can you give me advice on plastic surgery?
Wendy Williams.
Every state wanna be like, wanna look like, wanna act like, wanna dress like, wanna sound like, style stealing, clone ass, biting ass everywhere. Non-reality scene.
Wendy Williams Experience.
Shout out to all the female radio personalities around the country. That's my little shout out to you. There's one in every market, at least. 4 and some. What are you talking about? Oh, it's the Wendy Williams Experience, the original. Got a little website, thewendywilliamsexperience.com. Find out all what's doing with the show. But it's Advice Hour. So, hello.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
Oh, my God. I can't believe I am talking to you.
Oh, well, terrific. I'm glad to be here for you.
Oh, I'm an old-time listener from Power 99 FM back in the day when you used to do the songs on your head.
Wow.
Okay?
Thank you.
How you doing, Wendy?
I'm doing well.
I lied to Artie. I don't need advice.
Hello, hi, it's Wendy.
Hi, Miss Wendy. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine. I need some advice and direction on how to hook up with you at least 2 to 3 days out of the week for an internship. I'm a 23-year-old senior, and this upcoming semester is my last semester. I need to be down with you, Miss Wendy.
Okay, the problem is that you have to be in school, and we are full for the summer. And
No, I mean for next coming semester. I'm still in school.
when does the semester start?
The semester starts in September.
Uh-oh. Do we have any internships left for the fall?
Not until next spring of 06.
Well, we're booked until spring of 06.
Yes.
Really? Well, this is the thing.
And here's the thing also, piss poor planning is not good. You're looking for an internship and you got one more semester. Girl, if you really wanted to hook up with me or anybody, you should have planned a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a little irresponsible. It doesn't sound like you'd last more than 24 hours here anyway.
Negative. I'm hungry.
Yeah, but if you were really hungry, you would have definitely locked down this internship a while ago, girl.
I know, but it's just a lot. Like, I just declared my major a couple semesters ago.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah.
You're a senior and you're just declaring your major a couple of semesters ago? Ooh, you're not focused.
No, I am, Miss Wendy. About 2 semesters ago, and then I took all my prerequisites because I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And then I did another internship last semester at another radio station, but I really want to be down with you. Like, really.
Oh, no. Okay, so you got your internship. And if you really wanted to be down with me, you should have applied for this internship months ago. And as far as declaring your major, so now what do you want to be when you get out of school? What's your ultimate career position?
My ultimate, my major now is communication arts and modern language. I'm currently doing social work now, but I really want to be on the radio. I don't know if it's broadcast directing or behind the mic, but I really am into this whole radio thing, and I have, a little experience with the classes and doing the other internships, but I really, wanted to come to New York and see how it would be to be down with you.
And so what school do you go to?
Cheney University.
And do they have a college radio station?
Yes, they do.
But you didn't work there?
Yes, I did.
Well, you forgot to mention that as you were giving me your resume of stuff.
No, I said, I had a little experience with things that I did in class and whatnot.
But that's class. I'm talking about the college. Were you a jock pulling a shift on your college station?
Yes, but they have a news shows, but they don't have an actual running radio station.
Yeah, but if you really are trying to get into the game, you would have done one of those news shows.
No, and exactly. That's what I'm saying. And that's what the class was for.
Oh, okay.
But they don't have a radio show.
Oh, I got you. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. We don't have any internship positions available for quite some time. But I wish you well. And if you're a student at Cheney, you can always apply for an internship at Power 99, which is your radio station that you listen to there. We also happen to be on Power 99. Maybe you can, work with the Hot Boys or Shamara.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Okay, thank you, Ms.
I mean,
Wendy.
if you wanted to work here, then one thing that you know from listening to this show, piss poor planning and disorganized, no. I'm a stickler for being on time and preparing and like that. And it doesn't sound like you fit very well here.
Well, this is the thing. You said, I don't know you have stuff to do, so I don't want to hold you up. This is the last thing I'm going to say. You said you have an opening in 06. I'm done at the end of this semester, but I won't be walking until May of 06.
No, done is done. Because you won't be able to get credit for it. You'll be out of school.
Yeah.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Yeah. Hello.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, how are you?
It's good. I'm glad I got in touch with you.
Good. It's nice to speak with you.
I'm Kim from Columbia.
Hi, Kim.
And I have a question. You're a friend of my head, by the way.
Hey, Kim, by the way, are you coming out to V12 tonight?
I am.
Ooh, girl, I'll be there around midnight.
Okay, I'll be there.
Okay.
My question is kind of professional. The job in South Carolina kind of suck, and I wanted to open my own business. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to know if you know any way I can get a grant, or is there a website that I can go to that have a legit grant that I can apply
in your state of South Carolina?
Yes.
Well, I would start with going to the major website for the state, and I believe it would be something like southcarolina.com or southcarolina.org or something, or .net or something like that. If you keep listening to the radio, I am sure one of our helpful listeners will send me the correct web address. And then what you do is simply look there, Kim. That's the start.
Okay.
Maybe South Carolina Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber of Commerce. Okay.
Something in the chamber. I don't know. Keep listening, and I'll kind of see if I can point you in the right direction.
Okay.
What kind of business you trying to open?
Well, I'm trying to do like temp service or a car dealership.
Oh.
Something to help our black folks out.
All right. Well, keep listening, and I'm going to help you out because somebody's going to help me out with the right information. In the meantime, I'll see you tonight at the club.
All right, Wendy.
All right. Thanks for calling.
Thanks, Wendy.
Bye. Dear Wendy, we'll keep it on the job front. We'll keep this going. I got something, like I was telling you, a girl who's an aspiring New York radio personality. She says, Dear Wendy, I'm currently applying for an on-air position at a major New York radio station. I'm young, in my mid-20s, African-American, with a college radio experience. I worked at North Carolina's radio station, and then she says the call letters. And I worked at EMI. Oh, excuse me, she's working there now. Oh, here in New York. Okay. She says, I don't plan on quitting my day job. I'm also in business school part-time at night. So if I'm offered this position, I will probably be faced with a major but enjoyable dream situation in terms of burnout with balancing school, radio, and my day job. Just as an aside, you're a major inspiration to me. I've read and absorbed the content of both of your books, and I think you're awesome. My question is this. Because I don't have a bunch of radio experience, I left the salary requirement on the application as open and negotiable. I will be willing to accept a base salary of $12,000 a year because radio is where I want to be and I need to get my foot in the door. What is the typical salary for the overnight shift? And how can I make myself more attractive so that I'm granted an interview? Thank you, and keep doing what you're doing. Well, first of all, $12,000 a year, anybody will hire you for that. Girl, you're willing to work for slave wages. Alas, if you're looking for a job in New York, you're looking for a job in a union city. Shout out to Union City, New Jersey. I don't mean you. I'm talking about New York City. We're members of AFTRA. And in AFTRA, I haven't checked in a while what the base salary is of a jock, but girl, when I first entered New York City as a jock and was doing overnights at, a major station here, I think my base salary, and this was over a decade ago, about 15 years ago, my base salary was like $56,000 a year. So, girl, if you were willing to settle for 12, you was about to be rich if you get a job. So that's your question, and there's your answer. And I wish you well. Champagne, look out. Somebody's trying to apply for your job.
No.
Champagne does overnights here at my flagship station. Fat Man Scoop, Crooklyn Clan.
Uh-oh.
You'll be available for tour duty in a moment. He does overnights at Shot 97. Somebody's about to try. They're trying to get you out behind your back. Uh-oh. Melissa's after your job. So if it was like $55,000, $56,000 back then I'm sure it's probably about the same now. But the point is that you still about to be rich. Uh-oh. If you were willing to accept $12,000. Oh, boy. I have another one. Dear Wendy, I have a certain situation that I want your take on. I've been dating this guy for approximately 5 months, and I'm very happy. He has a very good job, and we get along wonderfully. The only issue is I have a problem with his relationship with his child. I want to know if I'm seeing red flags or if I'm making something out of nothing. He has the he has the type of job that gives him the opportunity to choose where he would like to live. Well, he was offered a really good position close to where his toddler daughter is, but he chose to take the one that was of equal opportunity, but across the country. It's not like he is on bad terms with his baby's mother either. Also, when I took him to meet my family for the first time and on subsequent occasions, he never once mentioned that he had a child. Even during conversation in which he could have fixed the family's incorrect assumption that he didn't have a child, he just let it slide. He really doesn't seem like he makes an attempt to see, be with, or build a relationship with his child. Should this be concern for me, since I may possibly see myself marrying this man in the future? Now, mind you, we've only been together for 5 months, and I'm a successful woman at 24 years old, but I don't want to make a mistake in this area of my life. What do you think? Well, girl, I think it's very wise, very prudent of you to look at his relationship with his child as being a barometer for which he could possibly treat you the same way. Okay, I'll answer one at a time. In terms of him moving across the country with equal position and equal pay, but moving across the country, it could be that he's been wherever you all live all of his life. You didn't mention that to me. And it's nice to get out and see the rest of the country or the world before actually settling down in Columbus or, Montclair or Los Angeles or whatever. It's nice to be able to do that. In terms of his relationship with his child, you said that he doesn't fight with his baby's mother, but he doesn't see the daughter enough and whatnot. Yeah, you can take that as a red flag. And in terms of him not mentioning his daughter, are you sure it was that he was waiting for you to mention it, and then if you didn't mention it, then he wasn't going to mention it? A lot of girls date guys with kids, and they say, I'm bringing you home to see my parents. Don't mention that you have a child. Just don't mention it. They're going to judge you and so on and so forth, and I don't want that shoe to drop until I tell them, after we've been together for longer than 5 months. I mean, I would take all these things as red flags. She asked me, what do I think? I would think that you're right in assuming all of the above. And you've been with him for 5 months, and that's long enough for you to see enough. So now what are you going to do? You're going to stay with him? You're going to leave him? Well, she didn't ask me that, so I won't answer that. So the word is that the Universal Music Group and Ludacris and Kanye West will have to stand trial about the that song Stand Up. Oh, I'll explain more about that later on in the show. In the meantime, Advice Hour is still in full effect, and my phone lines are open. 866-GET-WENDY.
It's Wendy, man.
My boss came into my office, and he basically brushed up against me with his penis.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know how should I handle that situation?
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Oh. Ow, sorry. 107.5 WBLS, today's R&B and classic soul in the Wendy Williams Experience. Oh, I'm so glad the sun is shining over New York City and the tri-state area. Well, today is Friday, July 15th, and you can look for the WBLS street team at the House of Liquors on 209 Main Street in Orange, New Jersey. You can check out the Budweiser models and receive some Budweiser and WBLS stuff while supplies last. Now, the street team will be at the House of Liquors in Orange today at 4 o'clock. Just over a half hour from now. Also, I see that Eminem is planning on making his last performance of his performance of his solo career in September in Ireland. Yeah, I said last. You know, he's 33. He loves his wife / girlfriend sometimes, and then they get married, and then they Kim Mathers. You know, he's crazy over his little daughter, and his current album, Encore, he's saying will probably be his last CD as a solo artist, and that he wants to move full-time into record producing. And here's what one of the insiders say. Marshall feels he said everything that he can as Eminem. The idea is that he intended this Encore record to be his last record, according to insiders. And they go on to say, he knows as well as anybody that there comes a point where you risk beating this thing to death. This thing, I guess, called rap or, entertainment or whatever. So, well, that would make sense. Just like Destiny Fulfilled. If the last CD is Encore. Shout out to Dawn in New Jersey. She says, Wendy, I have no internet access at work, but I would like to respond to the poll question. Yes, I would sue over the toy Hummer. The poll question's on the website. Is it already up there?
Yeah.
You put the story up there too?
No. I put one of them up there. I didn't put that post. I put the Usher one.
When do you intend on putting the Hummer one up?
Well, when he left, I got interrupted, so I'm gonna do it now when the song comes on.
Can you type it in that quickly?
Yeah, song, yeah.
All right. Did you also take home economics? Typing in home economics, setting yourself up, Miss Honey. Anyway, she goes on to say, the fact that a radio station misrepresented the Hummer is illegal according to the statute of fraud. Blah, blah, blah. As far as embarrassment and mental cruelty damages, those are secondary issues. I know you say that we're a litigious society, and I agree. But think about it, Wendy. If you were the average earner in our society who probably could never afford a Hummer and were told that you won one, wouldn't you be so excited or even cry at the thought? Personally, I would have been so hurt, let down, embarrassed by the gag, especially after I probably told all my friends that I want a Hummer. To be the butt of a joke by someone you don't even know would piss me the hell off. I think that this is cruel. And $60,000 is too cheap, if you ask me. So she'd go for more.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you, Dawn. As soon as that question is put on the website, please go and check. Yes, you would. WBLS, everybody, is bringing the block party to your neighborhood. We've got the Heineken block party going on with Caribbean flavor, live entertainment, DJ mixing, games and contests and more. And there's one happening tomorrow, Saturday, on East 218th Street and Paulding Avenue in the Bronx. The block party starts at 12 noon. It's brought to you by Heineken, one beer, one culture, and one scene. Also, if you're looking for something to do tomorrow, you can go to Ticketmaster and pick up your tickets now for the WBLS cruise too. Oh yes, it's the Horizon Yacht. We set sail around the Hudson River. There's fabulous food, sumptuous dessert, and pulsating music. Chuck Gillette's doing the music. This is going to be a good one. Another grown and sexy cruise put on by your radio station. All right, so we're going to continue with Advice Hour right here on 107.5 WBLS. Oh, yeah. Advice Hour on the Wendy Williams Experience is in full effect. Dear Wendy, my name is Carlos, and I'm 26 years old. I'm a married man, and my wife is pregnant with our first child. Now, yesterday, I came home from work, and I found my wife and a man who I thought was her cousin having sex. Wendy, this so-called cousin has been staying with us for 2.5 months while he's looking for his own apartment near our home. Come to think of it, Wendy, he moved in a few days after my wife found out she was pregnant. So, Wendy, when I saw them having sex, I just walked out of the house, and I haven't been back yet. My question to you is, what should I do? That's from Carlos. Okay. Get yourself a divorce lawyer and get ready to take a paternity test. Because I wouldn't sit around for that. Ooh, that's not even just cheating. That is deception.
At its highest.
At its highest. This tramp moved her lover into the house, passing him as the cousin.
It's pretty crafty, though.
That is very crafty. Yeah, you want a divorce. There's no salvaging this marriage. She's a liar. And the way I grew up, if you lie, you cheat. Fill in the rest, Art, because you grew up the same way.
If you lie, you cheat. If you lie, you cheat, you steal, you kill.
That's... Art stutters, so he usually can't get anything out correctly. If you lie, you cheat. If you cheat, you steal. And if you steal, you kill.
There you go. That's it.
So she's out. And get ready for the paternity test. And I hope the child's not yours, so you can be rid of this tramp with a nice, clean breakaway. Do I have time to go to the phone?
Yes, you do.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, is this Wendy?
Yep.
Oh, gosh. Hello.
How are you?
I'm calling because I need advice, obviously.
Okay.
Here's my dilemma. I've been in a relationship with this guy on and off for basically about 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been complaining about 6 months into the relationship, when am I ever going to come over to your place, meet your family or anything like that, because it was always he come over to my apartment, we chill or whatever. And I've been complaining since then up to this very day. He recently started inviting me over to his house, I'll say about 2 months ago. And I guess out of the many times he's invited me over, I've only been able to make it over there about once because something always came up as far as
Can you refresh me? How long have you been seeing him?
I have been seeing him. November would make 3 years.
Yeah, I thought you said a number of years. All right, so go ahead.
Okay. And so he did start, inviting me over.
Mm-hmm. To his place?
Yeah, over to his house because he still lives with his parents.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
And how old is he?
He's 25.
Okay.
And
but you've never met his parents? He invites you when they're not there?
I've never met his parents. The one time that I did go over, I met his grandmother, who I met before, and I went in his house and we chilled and watched movies, but his parents were not home. Now, recently, he was to invite me over, supposedly to meet his parents. He cooked and everything, but a friend of the family passed away. Mm-hmm. So for that reason, I wasn't able to go over. This is what he told me. So now I've been wondering, because we don't go out anywhere. We don't do anything. It used to be in the beginning.
Okay, can I just fill you in? He sounds gay to me. I mean, you don't go out, right? Follow the clues. You haven't met his family.
Right.
You don't go out any place. Like, he might have a whole nother lifestyle going on. You've been with him for 3 years, and you're just recently getting invited over to his parents' house?
Yes, I am.
I mean, it's bad enough that he's 25 and he still lives at home, but okay, that's on the cusp of okay and not okay, in my mind. What's your final question?
Well, that you pretty much answered my question.
I mean, he might not be gay, but clearly there's a problem. You are a very patient woman to sit around, be with somebody for 3 years, and never have met his people.
I've never met his
Like,
parents.
even if you love him and you're in a relationship for a person, if you don't meet their family and go out and whatnot, then there's a secret. There's something being hidden.
I know, and that's what I said to him. I was like, you know, are you embarrassed of me, or is there something else going on? No, nothing's going on. Nothing's going on. He make it seem like he's always busy.
Yeah, okay.
Because of work and his daughter, and he doesn't go anywhere. So, you know, it used to be in the beginning we went out. Now, I honestly, it's been over a year. We haven't done anything together. It's always him coming over here.
Oh, well, okay, but he has taken you out in the past. I was thinking you were sitting for the whole 3 years.
Oh, yeah, towards
towards
the beginning we were going out, but now just recently, like after over a year, we haven't gone anywhere.
Okay, this is a conversation that you need to have with him, and you need to have it at all costs. The answer could possibly break up your relationship, or the way you put it on him could possibly break it up. Like, you know, why are you asking me so many questions? Why? And then you'll have to decide, do you want to stay or not? I mean, it's too seedy. You're a woman of a certain age. You said you were 26 years old.
Right.
You're looking at the future and possibly settling down with someone.
Right, I am.
Exactly. You got a job. You got your life together. Oh, maybe not.
No, yeah, I do. I'm sorry.
All right, and this is a lot of uncertainty for a woman trying to set a path for her future. You need to have a conversation with him and understand that the fallout of that conversation might be that either he breaks up with you or you desire to break up with him. But you need to have a conversation with him, and you really need to get the information that you need, because you're not going to get it here. You talk to him, and I would make that conversation this weekend.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, every time I have spoken to him, that has been his excuse.
Okay, no, this time you're not taking excuses. I wish you well. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I mean, because it's been 3 years. Shout out to Ms. D2U. Miss D2U. Shout out to Kim from South Carolina. Get ready with your pen. D2U sent me a website for you. Trickle-up.org. TRICKLE. Trickle-up.org. That's for you with your small business loan you were asking about, Kim in South Carolina. Also, shout out to Rachel in Hillside, who gave Kim some more information. Check out your local small business association. Rachel, that was so obvious to me also, but apparently Kim didn't see that one. And here's a website for you from Rachel Kim. sblikeBoyA.gov. All right? All righty, everybody. Keep it here. Thank you.
Wendy, man.
I have a girl, right, for 10 years. Like half of it, I've been in jail like 5 years. I come home recently, right, and I come to find out now she's dealing with women. I don't have no problem with that, you know what I mean?
As long as you can be in on it.
Yeah.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Wendy Williams!
Microphone check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Wendy Williams Experience.